Hi Virgo, welcome to your June 2017 love reading for single people. So this is going to be for those people you may have had a relationship in the past and that may be affecting you in some way, but it's not that you're involved with anybody right now. I'm trying out these readings to see if there's an audience for this specific situation. And so far it's been interesting to do them with this focus. Okay, you know, as I was laying out the first few cards, I was thinking about how certain signs, it's like I'm getting a lot of one particular suit. In your case, I got the top three cards were cups, which connect to water signs, and then the next row was all earth signs, pentacles. So that's very interesting, okay? As the overall theme or focus, we have the Ace of Cups. So that's new beginnings in love. And that may be something that comes into your life, has already come. Obviously, this is a general reading. But there is this, it could be an offer of love. Maybe somebody likes you, but you're not sure how you feel. And it's a beautiful card. I mean, even just the illustration. This is a Morgan Greer deck, in case you're wondering, because I do get people asking about this. And just beautiful colors. But it's a beautiful sentiment. In the past position, we have the Seven of Cups. So there are many, you know, like all the cards, there are multiple definitions of each card. One of the big ones is confusion or multiple choices. So somebody who is kind of like, when you're single, you may have multiple people who are vying for your affection, or just you're in a phase where you're just meeting a lot of people. But this is a card about choosing well. Some of the choices are, and I'm talking obviously are people, may seem very flashy on the outside, and they may turn out to be not such a great choice. So a lot of times I feel like when I get this card in a love reading in general, that it's somebody who is free to choose. And I almost think of people that have been in a long-term relationship and now they see, oh my gosh, I'm free to choose. I don't have to be with one person right now. And so it's almost like being liberated from a situation where you may not have even been in a happy relationship. Well, obviously, if you split up from somebody, you weren't, but maybe you weren't the one that wanted to split up. But in retrospect, you see now that it was for the best, you know, and that you weren't happy anyway. I tie in this card with Pisces. You know, we're getting all of this, we're getting all of these cups, and the water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And Pisces is your opposite sign, so there's always that connection. But in that particular card, and I don't know if it actually links up with Pisces, but I think it does link up with Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces. So that's why there is this confusion, because that is a side effect of Neptune. Also, deception, perhaps, in some cases. And that could be speaking about a past partner. Maybe you were with somebody who was a Pisces, and now you're having a new possibility in love. Interesting, because I was thinking, okay, well, what does this mean? Because I got a card. The Two of Cups connects to either reuniting with somebody that you used to be with, or committing deeper, or, I shouldn't say, just saying committing to a partner, or forgiving a partner. Okay, those are the three that I can think of. But sometimes it can be having to make a choice between two people. And so if I were going to choose a particular scenario, with that past position, I would say that maybe you're debating whether or not to get back with a former partner, and you have this new person who comes into the picture. One thing I will say is, if you were with somebody who was deceptive with you, then you have to really say, why would you want to go back to that person? The other thing is that, as I said before, the Seven of Cups can indicate confusion, where you are like, oh my gosh, right when just when I meet somebody new, now my ex is coming back into the picture, and I finally have gotten over this person, and why does it have to happen now? And I will say that, if you broke up with someone, or even if they were the one who broke up with you, either way, there was a reason why there was a rift, regardless of who was the one who officially broke up with the other person. So don't sugarcoat the relationship and assume that that anything is going to change unless you and the other person make a conscious effort to change. Things don't just magically get better if there was some rift to begin with. So that's kind of like what I could, say about if there was like some kind of a agonizing over a decision, is not to sugarcoat the past. The higher message is the Knight of Pentacles. It's funny because Knight of Pentacles I associate with Capricorn, but according to at least one source that I read, it's connected to Taurus, which I could also see. It's about somebody who's really driven to make money, amass money. Maybe they have a goal, maybe they just want to feel financially stable, and they are very consistent, and that's certainly true of Taurus, a fixed earth sign. Very predictable, very dependable individual. And of course you're an earth, so you're connected to Pentacles, Virgo, and so is Capricorn. And as a higher message, as a spiritual message, I would say that this card is saying that this is the kind of thing that you're comfortable with. Virgos do not want chaos in their lives. You rule the 6th house, which deals with, daily routines and health and organization. Having a system for things, having order in your life. And the last thing you want is to have somebody who you can't count on to spend your life with. Pentacles people, earth signs, are very pragmatic. They take life as it is. It doesn't mean that they're not spiritual, but they always believe that things should be constructive. And so maybe you need to remember that. Maybe you got smitten with somebody who was unpredictable. Maybe they kept you on your toes, but maybe they were wreaking havoc on your life. And you certainly embody a lot of the characteristics of this as well. And I did get 2 pentacles side by side with those cards. So I feel like, you have the cups on the top row, maybe dealing with the other person, being a water sign, or just the idea of the emotional side of things, but this is the practical side too. So it reminds me of the Temperance card. The woman half in, one foot on in the water and 1 foot on land. That balance, and maybe that's what these two rows are. The balance between the spirit and love and romance and just the practical, the practicality of who you choose and whether or not they will complement your life or drag you down. What crosses you is the Page of Swords. It says change battery packs. That means I have to plug in this thing. And the Page of Swords is a person who is very vigilant about their situation. And maybe as a challenged position, you're being hyper vigilant. Virgo loves details, but Virgo sometimes struggles with self-confidence. And so in some cases, you may have a hard time trusting if you've been through some way deceiving you and you're trying to guard your heart. This could be an ex who is an air sign or has that prominent in their chart. So we're talking about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, malicious messages. Well, I just wanted to say, if somebody is, an ex is interfering in your life, that could be that person. Malicious messages, social media, all these things where people are, getting in your business, or you feel like social media is, something online that either is creating this sense, like when people look to see what other people are doing, and maybe that makes you suspicious, and you're checking, you're being kind of a spy, which isn't a bad idea if you don't know somebody. But when it goes too far and you don't, because you don't trust, or somebody is spreading stuff against you, the page can be a immature type of an air sign individual, and they, pages can be children, but adults can act like children too. And with swords, we're talking about messages that are malicious. So I even would say gossiping, or something that has to do with back and forth, maybe people who aren't minding their own business, trying to tell you what to do or what have you. There's all kinds of different ways this can affect people. But the advice, or what maybe in the near future, we're looking at the Three of Pentacles. So this could be about, Ace of Cups, beginning of relationship, and Three of Pentacles is building upon that relationship. This is the Architect's card. So there's a sense of continuity, and you're at the beginning of something, but it's the beginning of something good. You're building on something good. Maybe you're dating someone specifically. It could be an earth sign individual, or anyone that you have started a new relationship with, if you do so in the month of June. And it is worthy of investing time in this person, because it has a future. It's not just something, if I would have gotten the Knight of Wands or something along those lines, it might just be a brief fling with somebody. And it might be a memorable fling, but it still might be a fling. And this is a card of solidity. The outcome is the Page of Pentacles. So this is about, pages can also be the beginning of something as well as the ace. So you may be really having a relationship with somebody that's an earth sign. Maybe you're talking a lot, messages, internet, and you have a sense of maybe intellectual connection as well. So it really does look like some Virgos are going to be meeting somebody, and it's somebody for the long haul. So we will see, obviously, won't we? And I hope you enjoyed this, Virgo. If you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have a great June. Bye.